The active third round. Round 4 was almost searched but not destroyed by either fighter, so we move to more action here in round 5. Hagler on the left, Duran on the right. Hagler the champion. Duran the challenger, wants to pick up the middleweight belt, but he's got a fight in his hands with the champion Hagler. We have seen no indications of Hagler coming out of that southpaw stance as he continues to fight that way. Again, we alluded to the fact that he can fight either way. And now he starts to switch and goes to the right here in the fifth.
Just as you said that, he does turn right-handed. And goes with the left hook and landed that first one.
Duran was well aware that this was going to happen, and now you see quickly Hagler's right back into the southpaw stance again.
Well, he was effective as a righty for a moment there. And again, he's back to this. I think Hagler feels more comfortable as a southpaw, but as we said, he can also fight as a righty and do it well.
Duran countering with a good right off the break. As Hagler came wading in, as he broke, Duran caught him on the chin.
The big difference right now, I think, is that Hagler's able to land that uppercut on the inside. It's not doing serious damage to Duran, but it is landing. And Roberto's so sparing with his punches. He is just not throwing that much.
Round 3 almost looked like they had started to shift into high gear with more punches coming from both camps. But now in round 5, even though they are landing some good punches, they are not as numerous as they were. Hagler wildly throwing that left and missing. Now he gets the left inside on Duran. Duran comes back with a good right to the jaw.
Good jab a moment ago by Hagler, and that's the punch he really needs to get going here. And Duran's done a good job of slipping it. Duran looking to counter with that right hand. That right now, that is his main intent.
Reminder, of course, it's a 10-point must system here in Nevada in the scoring. International judges from Denmark, Canada, and Japan scoring this fight tonight. Hagler again attacking, Duran countering.
That was a good right hand to the body by Hagler, and Duran countered with an excellent right to the head.
This is round number 5, under 30 seconds to go. Round 1 rather lackluster. 2 and 3 picked up in intensity. 4 was a coasting round by both. Now here in round 5, they have both scored well. They're set for 15 for the middleweight championship here in Las Vegas at Caesars Palace. The impression at the end of round 5 that this crowd had pretty well started to see glimmers, Al Bernstein, of what they paid their money for as 5 picked up, and now we're ready for round 6. Hagler, who has almost been totally invincible in his last few fights, 32 in a row have been victories for him. Duran really coming from the lightweight up now to the middleweight division and has wooed a lot of people along the way.
And as he's gone up each weight division, of course, he's won the welterweight crown, then eventually won the junior middleweight, and he scoffs at Hagler. That's what's been missing in this fight a little bit, some of the bravado of Duran, but he is showing it to us now as Hagler turns right-handed for a moment. Now they're waging a battle on the inside.
This was what Al had pointed out earlier, that a lot of people had expected it to evolve into this very early. We have had to wait now until the 6th round to start really seeing maybe what people had expected early in this fight.
Good jab by Hagler, who's now righty, and he is landing. There's the left hook. He is landing well as a right-hander, but he switches back to the southpaw stance. Now he's back to righty.
So confusing for Roberto Duran. You start having the defense against the big right hand, and all of a sudden the left starts catching you, and vice versa when he goes the other way. Duran's style never changes. It's always coming at you, always trying to hit the big right. Just a little over halfway of round 6, set for 15 in the middleweight.
Hagler doing well on the inside, a place where some didn't think he would fight well. There's a righty. Look at, he lands a straight right hand to the head of Duran. Marvin is so effective from the right-handed stance. Another good right.
Great right off the face of the challenger Duran. Look at those uppercuts when they get in close from the champion Hagler. Just kind of sending Duran's head reeling backwards. A lot of power, as Al pointed out. A very strong Marvin Hagler inside. There's the left-right combination again.
The switching back and forth has really helped Hagler, and there's a righty. He's in the posture now where he's really effective. Works the body and the head.
One place Duran does not want to be is on those ropes, particularly what Hagler is demonstrating now. With under a half a minute to go in round 6, he circles back out towards the center of the ring, and Hagler continues to tee off, though.
Marvin Hagler having himself a big round here in round 6, by far his best in the fight.
Duran slipping an uppercut, but Hagler counting with the left-right, fighting off of the right-handed stance right now against Duran in round. Round 6 evolves into a war between Marvin Hagler and Duran, and they pick right up where they left off in round 7. I think a lot of people out are looking at this fight as we have fought through now 6 and go into number 7. That this one set for 15 may not go that way, the way these guys are battling here through these rounds.
Well, it's starting to heat up, and there's Hagler switching to the righty stance where he did such good work in that last round.
He had fought in the left-handed southpaw stance almost through the duration of the first 4 rounds. Made a little switch briefly in the 5th, back and forth in the 6th, and now comes out of the right-handed stance here in round 7, referring to the champion Hagler. You can see Duran just trying to flip that left jab to try to keep Hagler at bay. I think he found out something in round, particularly 5 and 6, that chest to chest with the champion may not be the best way to try to win this one.
He had trouble on the inside, and in this round, Hagler lets him stay on the outside. Hagler not coming out very aggressively, and after he had such a good round 6, it's really surprising to see him let up here in the 7th. He had Roberto Duran reeling a little bit.
Anytime you fight here in Vegas, you kind of share the spotlight with so many stars. Great fighters in their own. Thomas Hearns, Larry Holmes looking on. From the show business world, Susan Anton, Bo Derek, and many more.
Left hook and a right by Hagler, and again from the righty stance, he's pretty effective.
Left hand to the side that time by Hagler. It didn't look like there was that much of a punch. But again, with the power of Hagler, that can start taking its toll. Hagler is very much persevering now, Al, particularly in number 5, 6, and now here in 7. Looks like a totally different fighter than we saw in rounds, particularly 1, 2, and 3.
Been more aggressive, and there you see him club Duran with the left hook. From this stance as a righty, he is very effective, and he can hit Duran with that left hook almost at will.
Duran starts to look a little weary as he starts taking more of those punches from Hagler here in the 7th. Starting to back up a little bit more than Duran had done earlier in the first 6.